Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Today marks an important anniversary. The world ended 5 years ago. 15 years ago today, Nobel Laureate and former Vice President Al Gore announced that we only had 10 years to save the planet from global warming. January 26, 2006, Gore said that unless drastic measures to reduce greenhouse gases are taken within the next 10 years, the world will reach a point of no return. He sees the situation as a true planetary emergency. So we only had until the year 2016 to save the planet from global warming. 7 years later, in 2013, apparently Al Gore realized the situation was hopeless. So he sold his global warming television station to big oil countries in the Middle East for $100 million. That gave Mr. Gore more than $30 million per year to spend during the last 3 years of the planet's existence. I was actually a little bit surprised when the Nobel Prize winner made his forecast in 2006 because according to the United Nations, global warming actually destroyed the planet in the year 2000. June 30th, 1989, grim forecast. A senior environmental official at the United Nations, Noel Brown, says entire nations could be wiped off the face of the earth by rising sea levels if global warming is not reversed by the year 2000. Coastal flooding and crop failures would create an exodus of eco-refugees, threatening political chaos, said Brown, director of the New York office of the UN Environment Program. He said governments have a 10-year window of opportunity to solve the greenhouse effect before it goes beyond human control. Noel Brown was not alone in this forecast. The British Commonwealth was completely on board too. The Guardian and Canberra Times reported on January 26, 1989, governments must yield national sovereignty to multilateral authorities able to enforce laws across environmentally invisible frontiers if the greenhouse effect, which threatens the future of whole nations, is to be overcome, the Commonwealth Secretary General said on Tuesday. A Commonwealth expert group set up to look at climate change estimated there was a 90% certainty that the planet would be warmer by at least 1 to 2 degrees, perhaps much more, and that sea levels would rise between 1 and 4 meters by the year 2030. Global warming and sea level rises would continue for decades, perhaps centuries. There was a prospect of widespread, perhaps catastrophic flooding across large areas of Egypt, India, China, the United States, Britain, and Holland, and atolls in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Apparently, experts have known for a long time that the only thing which could save us from global warming was global communism. Experts also knew at the time that global warming was going to drown all 1,196 islands of the Maldives in the next 30 years, which would have been 3 years ago. And not only that, the experts predicted that the Maldives would run out of drinking water by the year 1992. And if we check in with the Maldives webcam, we can see how desperate the situation there is. Not only did the Maldives drown by the year 2018, but according to NASA's leading climate expert, we were toast and the Arctic became ice-free. June 24, 2008, NASA scientists were toast. We see a tipping point occurring right before our eyes, Hansen told the AP before the luncheon. The Arctic is the first tipping point and it's occurring exactly the way we said it would. Hansen, echoing work by other scientists, said that in 5 to 10 years, the Arctic will be free of sea ice in summer. And Ed Markey, Democrat Massachusetts committee chairman, said, Dr. Hansen was right. 20 years later, we recognize him as a climate prophet. There's actually been no trend in Arctic sea ice extent since Hansen made that forecast in 2008, but who am I to argue with a climate prophet? We know from the experts that global warming destroyed the planet in the year 2000 and the year 2016, but it also destroyed the planet last year. June 2017, 4 years to save the Earth. 2020 is the deadline to avert climate catastrophe, experts claim in chilling commentary. When it comes to climate, timing is everything, Nature magazine commentary said. Letter was signed by former UN climate chief, 3 top climate scientists, and 2 sustainability experts. And if all this news isn't bad enough, in 2004 the Pentagon told Bush that climate change would destroy us. Britain will be plunged into a Siberian climate by the year 2020. Nuclear conflict, mega droughts, famine, and widespread rioting will erupt across the world. I'm not sure about the Siberian climate, but they did get the rioting part correct. Global warming is really making a mess out of the planet, and according to the Washington Post and the Democrats' leading climate expert, it's going to destroy the world in about 10 more years. Greta Thunberg is the United Nations leading climate spokesperson, and she's also a virus expert for CNN. She agrees with climate expert Alexandria Cortez that global warming is just about to destroy the planet. But I'm afraid that the news is even worse. 50 years ago, the Washington Post and NASA's leading climate expert said that we're only 50 years away from a disastrous new ice age. He said this was due to the burning of fossil fuels. So fossil fuels burned us up, drowned us, melted the Arctic, made Britain Siberian, and now it's bringing in a new ice age. The 1 part per 10,000 increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide over the last century has really wreaked havoc. You might want to go out and purchase a bunch of warm clothes and firewood before Joe Biden shuts down our fossil fuel supply. Toto has been providing this sort of valuable information as a public service for the past 13 years, even though the planet was destroyed 21 years ago. Please visit him and Kyrie and the web at realclimatescience.com.